Friday night.
What up, Nitro? Lady Soul, we live in life. Quan.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. You're tuning into the episode of the Wonder Good Morning Show live. Let's do it, guys. Let me say hi and good morning to everybody in the chat. Hopefully everybody had a great night, safe morning, and travels for whoever's going to school, going to work. You know what I'm saying? But let me say good morning to everybody in the chat real quick. We got some stuff to break down. You already know what it is. Ugh. The trade deadline left such a bad taste in my mouth, and I'm going to break it down. I did a video last night somewhat about my feelings about it, but we're going to go all the way through it today. And I'm going to show you a video with somebody that I have high respect for in the NFL and why I believe our GM shouldn't even be mentioned with him. King Blades, first in the building. What up, bro? Yes, sir. What up? Zico Kage, was good, my bro? What up? Chris M., always a pleasure to have you, madam. Thank you for being here with us. Barfangalang! Whoa! That name be cracking me up, bro. Thank you for being here. Ashley Shelton, always a pleasure to have you, madam. Aya Horse, what up? Jared Thomas, what up? Kush, good morning, what up? Money Mike, what up? Alexander Gully, you in here, man? I see you. Good morning, Brewski. Finally made it in time. I'm pissed at the Ravens right now. It's ridiculous. It's very ridiculous. It's very ridiculous. I know that was you last night when you were seeing it. At 4 o'clock, it doesn't happen. When you looked at your woman, you were like, I can't believe him. I can't take this heartbreak no more. I know that was you, but don't worry. We're gonna break down it today. Don Royal, what up? Bobby Baltimore, cabin for EDC, blaming Lamar for not restructuring his. Did he really say that? I wasn't gonna speak on him, but there was something that happened in a space yesterday that I was gonna bring on the channel and why I feel what I feel. I'm gonna break that down too. Thanks for letting me know that, Don Royal. Thank you. And good morning to you, bro. Glad you're here. What up? Garrison, what up? Salute, brother. Selling the knife. What up, baby? We here, man. Darlene Harris, good morning to you. Glad to have you with us. Well, I am. What up? All right, is that everybody? Is that everybody in here? Yeah, Brandon 86. Good morning. Hey, Nitro, you know we're going to be going to have Carl Lawson and Dre Lamont. They will be on the team next year. Yeah, and we're going to get to see what happens, but I'm going to break all that down today. I'm going to break it all down, but thanks for being here. Garrison, what up? All right, Elwood, what up? Hey, we in here deep this morning. Pause. All right, Dwiz, what up? What up, Dwiz? I didn't even see you, bro. My bad. Gregory Smith, good morning. All right, I think that's everybody. I think that's everyone to say good morning to in the chat. All right, let's get down to business. Now, guys, I want you to understand my mindset on everything. I stand on what I say. And if I'm wrong, I look you in the face like a man is supposed to do. And I will apologize and tell you I was wrong. Right now, it looks like I might have to do that with Owe. Because Owe's on track to have like 11, 12 sacks this season and crap load of tackle for losses. Because you know I've never been on Owe. But as you become an adult, as you become a man, now I'm not talking to the ladies on this, but you know what I'm talking, as you become a woman also, you have to learn how to embrace your mistakes. Because none of us are perfect. We're going to make mistakes. You have to be able to look people in the eye and say, look, that was my fault, and genuinely be able to say, I'm sorry. Somehow, on God's green earth, for the 50 or 60 odd year old, whatever his age is, GM that we got, and 50-something to 60-something-year-old head coach that we got have not seemed to have learned that concept. And I'm going to break it down right here. I want y'all to see this real quick, right? No, I'm going somewhere with this. I am going somewhere with this, right? So these are the moves that have been made, okay? Always been let go. Jair's been let go. They brought in Dre Lamont, Alohi, you know what I'm saying? And God's game too easy, what up? And I want you to see this and understand this. Always already playing the best stretch of his career now that he's left the Baltimore Ravens. Now, like I said before, I was never big on Owe. If Owe turns out to become the next Judon, I will go on the channel and apologize because I was never big on him. I said I never wanted him. You know what I'm saying? But if he turns out to be the next Judon and he ends up putting up 15, 16, 17 sacks for the Chargers, or next year, this year 12, next year 17, whatever else it is, hey, I will be apologizing to y'all vehemently. But he's already playing the best stretch of his football career right now. The best stretch of his career has been the last 4 games for him. Jair, we were told over here, wasn't healthy enough and he still needed time to rehab. That's what we were told. He was asked about multiple times from Jeff Zebrick, shout out to Mr. Z, Cordell Woodland, shout out to Mr. Woodland. You know what I'm saying? Those are the 2 people I watch more than anybody when it comes to news from the Ravens. And they covered it. They said he was injured. He's healing a little slow. That's what was said. So now we're at a point that he's already having the best stretch of his career. What would you guys say if Jair comes out and gives them some of the best cornerback play in the next 4 or 5 games that we've seen this season? Like, it's not just bad GMing. It's tandem bad coaching. Because even when we do get talented players, we're not even using the players. And we're not, and I'm going to show you how crazy this is. We are proving that we have talented players. But somehow, some way, these players don't fit our scheme or are unable to maneuver themselves to be effective under our scheme. It's a better way to put it. So, you're not even, so look at it from the back. Pause. You're not looking at players that fit our scheme, and the coaches aren't coaching up the players to be able to excel in this scheme. It's a double-edged sword. And the crazy thing about it, and somebody brought it up, shout out to Don Roy that said, Bobby Baltimore brought this up and said, well, it's Lamar's fault. Didn't I say that was going to be the crux? Right? So now, and I already said, they've wasted, right? Look at this. They wasted a rookie contract. You had all off season to get all these things fixed. We said you should have restructured Marlowe. Did you do it? No. You could have restructured Roquan. Did you do it? No. You could have cut ties from Mark Andrews. Did you do it? No. You kept certain guys. Knowing the most important player that you have, Lamar, is there, and now you're saying, oh, the reason why we can't move stuff is we're going to put it on Lamar's plate. So let me get this straight real quick. No, because I really want to get down to the crux of this. Because I'm going to touch on everything. We're coming full circle. So we have people now saying that it's Lamar's fault, right? So, is it Lamar's fault that our O-line sucks? Okay. Is it Lamar's fault that our defensive trenches can't pass rush? Is it Lamar's fault the defensive coordinator has trouble calling a complete game? Is it Lamar's fault that the head coach can't call a game and has clock managerial problems? Okay. Is it his fault that they keep getting players that don't fit their scheme? Okay. Is it his fault that they didn't surround him with talent when they had the chance, when they had the cap flexibility? Okay. And hold up. No, I'm going somewhere with this. This is like, I want you to understand where I'm coming from with this. The easiest person to blame, and I told you this, that people seem to love to blame, is one guy. the guy that is covering up for all of their mistakes. That's who we're blaming. We're not, like, we'll only give a small amount of hate towards an EDC, towards a Harbaugh. Do you know what gets the crux? Do you know? And if people make excuses, well, if you're not a real Ravens fan, if you don't believe with us, you really think I'm gonna believe, right? You really think I'm gonna chime in and say it takes a real Raven? That the guy that's helping our team stay afloat, you guys, it's already been proven. Like, how much were they averaging without him? How do the Ravens averaging without Lamar Jackson? How bad does this offensive line look? Like, how many points were we giving up? We got to get to a point in our fandom that we hold who's responsible. Flex Zone, good morning. Oh, Tila, good morning to you. And C. Burdell, also good morning to you. Glad to have both of you ladies with us. Or I don't think C. Burdell might be a lady, but good morning to you also, bro. But you already know. Tila, always a pleasure to have you. But yeah, I want to make sure that I say this. I want to make sure this point gets across. Because there's a reason why I put this picture up there. Do you see who's at the center? Do you see who's at the center of it? You see, this should be a double picture, and Harbaugh's name should be there too, because we've seen Harbaugh take picks for himself just to get guys that won't even make the team, that aren't even NFL ready. Waste picks on his guys. And now that you finally had to pay the guy that's been keeping you afloat, now that's a problem. That's where we're saying we're going to put the blame on him. He can't do anything because Lamar hasn't opened up the cap, because Lamar hasn't laid down and done every God almighty thing for them. Like, it's asinine. People that are saying that, bro, I really have a problem with. Because it's like, you won't even hold, well, they're not doing this, we're going to blame him. So you're not even blaming the people that you know is responsible. What, you don't have enough gall, enough balls to sit there and blame the people that should be blamed? This is not a Lamar topic. This is strictly on the trade deadline. But I'm showing everything full circle on how now that it's done, instead of saying EDC has not come and done his job properly, right? Because I don't want to hear no excuses. After you wasted the rookie contract and refuse to get weapons, refuse to get pass rushers, refuse to get big names, I already said you get no more excuses. And after all this, now you're going to say, nah, it's Lamar because he getting paid too much? Hey, yo. King Blaze, it's just a it's just a line of respect, man. Don't make it not even softy, but it's just a level of respect. That's all it is. And everybody know that the way I talk to a man is never going to be the way I talk to a lady. And so far, they've proven themselves to be ladies. So, yeah. Yeah. So, I look at this and I find myself looking at people wondering why. Why? Like, why? You know what? Don't worry, guys. I told you I'm going to bring it full circle. For everybody that's new in here, please remember to like, subscribe, that notification bell. Let's get those likes up. Don't worry. You know Nitro brings everything full circle, guys. I want to show you, right? I want to show you what a real GM sounds like, right? Matt Zelli, change that up. Matthew Judon did not pan out for us. He panned out for the Patriots. Because that's where his best seasons came from. I want to show you how this. Look what a real GM sounds like, guys. I want to show you the difference on how the Ravens look at things and how this other GM does things, and why I don't even want our GM even mentioned in the same sentence as him. Check this out.
Micah Parsons and Myles Garrett, who you both, you were reportedly interested in trading for each of those guys. Michael Parsons, of course, before the season began.
Are you trying to get me fined by speaking of players?
Always, Ashley Shelton.
Is that
Always
your goal
full
here,
circle.
Jimmy?
Thank you.
I can see that being your goal.
I can see that.
The players aside, it does seem like you were willing to, make a big swing and trade multiple future first-round picks. Whether it's for those players or anyone else. What makes you comfortable, trading away those kinds of draft assets?
I feel like when there's opportunities to be aggressive for the right players, we're not going to sit on our hands. I don't think that you have great success without taking great risks at times. They got to make sense in terms of the risks that you're taking. And so, we can't be afraid to fail. I think for a lot of times, for you to get to the top, that you got to be willing to take chances that, may look controversial at times. And so, if there was an opportunity to do that, that we thought gave us also an opportunity to be the last team standing, put confetti on our head, we're going to go aggressive in that direction. I just feel like that's the right way to operate our team, and that doesn't come without mistakes. I understand that, but I won't live with regret. I won't live with regret in the way that we operate around here. And so, if we feel passionate about something, if we think the value's right, we're not going to be afraid to put.
Mike, apart.
We're not going to be afraid to pull the trigger. I want to make sure that you guys are hearing, like I said, just like Ashley said, I always bring it full circle. In full circle with Miss C. Bradell with a $5 donation. First donation of the morning. Yes! Actions speak louder than words because he willingly sabotaged Lamar to protect the stereotype for the league. C. Bradell, listen. Shout outs to you. Best nation donation. I want to expound on that. Right? The Ravens leveraged that during negotiations with him. They knew the league was trying to set a precedent and say, no, we're not paying this. That's why they did what they did. They knew. That's why they used that business model. Everyone's like, oh, because no one wanted to negotiate for them. Are you dumb? Like, if you really believe that, someone didn't want to give up two first rounds for MVP? Quarterback, and they're giving that up for defenders and cornerbacks? Yeah. So don't act like the Ravens haven't leveraged Lamar or played games with him. Done it multiple times. My problem with this is, do you see what a real GM sounds like? There's a time and place for everything. We're not always going to make big swings. We're not always going to take super chances. But if there's a player that we know is a difference maker, that can change our team, that can get us to have confetti hitting our faces, we'll do what we need to do so we all can enjoy those moments. That's what we'll do. I want you to understand the difference. You know what's crazy? I would give up half this team to get Howie to become our GM. Who do we got to trade? Who do we got to trade again? I put money on it. If Howie is our GM, we're a dynasty overnight. Next year, we have done one. They're going to be like, I'm like, yeah, now y'all going to get to see what this really looks like. You know what's crazy, Flex Zone? That's why I believe Lamar, and I don't know this, I'm just saying what I believe. That's why I believe Lamar did his contract the way he did it. So that he would have to come back to the negotiating table for him to have leverage versus the team. Not only does Lamar, I'm going to show you how crazy, right, that Lamar's a lot smarter than any of you guys give him credit for. Not only does he have leverage against the team when it comes to dollars, because they don't want to pay that $74 million against the cap, right? On top of that, he has a no trade clause in his stuff. So they can't even unload it if he wants to do it that way. They pretty much, Lamar said, okay, you don't want to give me for the guarantee. You want to play games? Okay. You're going to give me this, this, and this, and I'll sign it. So now Lamar has leverage. You see next season, when it's time to sign that pick, next season, on that offseason, Lamar has all the leverage in the world. They can't trade him, or they're going to have to straight swallow $74.5 million back-to-back years on the cap. You really think they're going to do that? You really think they're going to do that? They can't. They can't. Yes, God's favorite. He has a no trade clause in his listen, I'm going to be real with you. I'm going to be real with y'all. Y'all don't really understand. And I said this before. That's why I've told you guys, I hope you get to talk to Lamar one day in your lifetimes. Not even for a full day, just for a half an hour. That's why I've said, all right, pause, my bad. So that's the reason why, because he's very, very intelligent. He's not dumb. Lamar will be keying and observing everything, watching how things go, almost like the art of war. It's like he practices it. I'm not bigging up the guy. I'm telling y'all the truth. Everything that I told you guys, right, is because of what I've seen. I'm not lying. Nitro Nick Wright said that the star wide receivers don't want to play with Lamar because they're not sure that he can win them a Super Bowl. So has Josh Allen won a Super Bowl? Has Justin Herbert won a Super Bowl? Trevor Lawrence, Tua, Baker, Jaden Daniels. The other guy who they say can't throw, that wide receiver shouldn't want to play with, has already won one and been to two. And that's Jalen Hurts. He sounds like an idiot. Nose keeps growing. Telling y'all, man. Like, I'm at a point. Lamar does have a memory like it. They keep, yes, I am for. And people don't realize that. He'll play dumb and he'll like, and he's watching everything you do. He's watching the way you carry yourself. He's watching the words that you say. I'm not making this up. I'm not overly bigging up the guy. I'm telling you my experience. And one thing with me, I'm very animated in the way that I tell you my experiences. But you know, without a shadow of a doubt, it's the unmitigated, godly truth. That's why I look at this and I say, even for him to have gotten Odell, think about that real quick. A washed up Odell Beckham Jr. Look what he had to do to get him to get on the team. Think about it real quick, guys. I want you to think about it. A washed up Odell Beckham Jr. Well, we will see his intellect and play in the offseason. Let's see how he can manipulate and get what he needs to win. Listen, Flex Zone, now you're on my page. Because this is why I've said it's all, like, they've pretty much said if we win, it's because you got to do everything. Now you understand why I say and do what I say and do. Because that's what it comes down to. It's the Lamar show. He got to be the GM, the coach, the play caller, the magician, the quarterback, the playmaker. He has to be all of that. Producer, what up? I'm sorry, guys. I would usually read more of your comments, but the comments are flying. I want you to understand where I'm coming from in this. We have a GM that has had how many offseasons to fix this O-line? Everybody knows our O-line can't pass block. Everybody. Even in 2023, when Bill Belichick was on the couch with the Manning brothers, he was saying that's their biggest weakness. It has yet to be addressed. And you're going to try to tell me I should have excuses for this man? You could have built this stuff up before you paid Lamar. You refused. You could have gotten weapons. You could have got bigger names. You refused. You could have built a wall. You refused. How long it took him to get another guy that actually takes some weight off his in a playmaker like a Derrick Henry level player to play next to Lamar. All of these other quarterbacks have had that from like their third year in the league, second year in the league, first year. Think about what Caleb Williams came into the league with. Think about what Jaden Daniels came into the league with. Think about what Joe Burrow after his second season was given. Think about what Josh Allen after his third season was given. Think about what Patrick Mahomes came into the league with. Think about what Herbert came into the league with. Look at the weapons that Tua and the offensive line that he was given. Kyler Murray, same thing. Oh, you can go down the line. They all, like the only one that you can't say that to is Lamar Jackson. And we got a GM on here knowing without a shadow of a doubt, we can't rush the passer. We can't block passers. But it's all right. Why? Let me tell you why. Because Lamar is on the job. Praise God. He's the Ravens Lord. Lord. It's nasty work. And I was a little sorry for this man. No, I refuse. No. Like, yo, Seabird out with another $5 donation. Yes. Don't sleep on black mothers. Miss Felicia Jones has her sons back. Spending my canceled Disney money. Thank you for that love right there. God bless. Best Nation donation. Yeah, Disney tripping. You saw the Disney Plus go up. It doubled the price. It went from like $79.99 for the year to like $159.99 for the year. That's about to get canceled. Y'all even watch enough Disney Plus for me to be paying that a year. What? Tripping. Cutting the cord, you know what it was? Cutting the cord was always cheaper. The problem is that everybody realized that they could make their own money if they start making their own stuff and then charge people to watch it. Everybody wanted to do it. Because remember, everybody was porting all of their stuff over to Netflix for cutting the cord, and Netflix was giving them money for those titles. But then they said, why are we sending it to Netflix or Hulu or Amazon Prime when we can just run our own channel and then run all of our exclusives here and they got to pay us per month? But now instead of saying, it's $3 a month, $2 a month, like, you know what I'm saying? They're like, nah, $15 a month, $20 a month, and every month it's going to go up by $1 until it reaches $40. Then we're going to go up to $50 until it reaches $80. It's called the American way. Give me money. Give me money. No, I'm not going for it. No! You're not getting all my hard-earned money. No. Gotta be me. Gotta be me. Hulu Live me or Amazon Prime. Listen, I got a whole bunch of them, bro. I got HBO. I got HBO and Max that I paid for. I got Netflix I paid for. And I got Amazon Prime I paid for. I do not pay for Hulu. Crunchyroll, you know I gotta get Crunchyroll because you know I'm an anime guy. I got Crunchyroll I paid for. You know what I'm saying? What else I paid for? I paid for H-Dive. Was another one I paid for. And I used to pay for Stars. I don't pay for that one no more. So those are the ones I paid for. I ain't paying for no more. You got Amazon Prime last week. Amazon Prime isn't expensive and it's decent. And if you put it in with Amazon Music, because I have one of those little things like the Amazon Echoes with the screen. My daughter loves it because she plays her little like songs and everything on it. Because you know I don't listen to all type of worldly music. She plays like kids songs and certain stuff like that, Christian songs. It's like $2 a month. So that plus that is like $8 or $9. I could take that. It's no problem. But Netflix, I pay Netflix for me to have it, my parents and my sister to have it, and my brother to have it. And I'm gonna be real with you. Every year they're going up like $2, $3. Until now it's like $27 a month I'm paying for all for four screens. It's crazy. It's crazy. And mind you, I had Netflix. I'm gonna show you how crazy this is. I had Netflix when they were still mailing you the movies. I had Netflix before it was cool to have Netflix. I also had Amazon before it was cool to have Amazon. I was an Amazon Prime guy before Amazon Prime was actually Amazon Prime. I actually got it free for years until they finally said, thank you for being one of the first people to sign up for us. I actually still have, if I look for it, I can find the email that they sent me. But for years, because I used to work on computers, so I would get a lot of stuff through them from Amazon, like parts, because I used to do a lot of hardware fixes and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So those two stuff I was using when I was like 17, 18 years old. Real talk. People don't know that though. People don't know that. Ray Hunt with a $10 donation. Yeah! If this is EDC's way of cooking, I wouldn't trust him to make a cup of noodles. The O-line is still a problem. Our pass rush possibly got 5% better. EDC, do us a favor. Get out of the kitchen. Yes, facts. Thank you, Ray Hunt, for that $10 donation. Also, Best Nation donation. Y'all are supporting. Thank you guys for supporting the channel. It means the world to me. We're almost monetized on this channel. We're almost to 1,000 subs on this channel. We're almost there. We're going to get there. But yeah, you're right. He's been terrible for a plethora of years now. And it's like, look, if the Ravens didn't have Lamar Jackson, real talk, Joe Burrow probably would have already won the Super Bowl. The Bengals would have already won the Super Bowl. The perennial best two teams would have been Steelers or Bengals. I want you to understand that, like, he's not only he's saving jobs, he's paying people's bills. That's what he's doing. Like, and that's why I don't understand why people have so much hate towards L. Because I be looking at it like, y'all don't realize how bad this team is. Like, yeah, people don't remember that to watch it on the thing was an add-on. Yes, everything that you got to watch movies on, they would mail you in your mailbox DVDs. People don't remember that. I do. I remember because you know why? Because I used to my father used to love the Five Deadly Venoms. Him and my best friend's father used to love those type of movies, the old kung fu movies. So I used to order them for them and bring them, and then when I get them in the mail and I'm watching and stuff like that, then send them back. People don't know that. People don't know that. But yeah, but that's why I feel the way I do about this team. Look, guys, we have a generational quarterback under center. We have one of the greatest running backs to ever lace on cleats from high school, college, and the pros in the history of football, also in the backfield. We have a mismatch nightmare at tight end with Isaiah Likely. There is no reason for you not to be able to properly build around them. There's no reason. None. None. At this point, I wouldn't trust them to boil water. Ravens rated 8th best O-line in the league. Come on. You see what I be trying to say? That's why those ratings I don't take seriously. We watched this O-line get pretty much almost 2 quarterbacks killed. But they're like, nah, they're not that bad. They top 10. You be looking at them like, yo, who's grading this? To show you how crazy it is, teams don't even pass rush normal when Lamar Jackson's in the game. Y'all know that, right? So they're not even getting pass rushed like how a defensive line would usually pass rush a quarterback. And even with them hanging back, they're still getting pressure. Three-man fronts, 4-man fronts, still getting pressure. And they're going to try to tell me they're the 8th best, bro. That's why I can't, bro. No. Mind you, the same people voted Falele to be a Pro Bowler. That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know. That's why I don't trust them. You can't get me. You can't pay me to trust them. C. Burdell with a $2 donation. Yes! You retracted it. It said you retracted your statement, C. Burdell. Wow. All right, let me know what it is, and I'll read it when it's done, okay? Because it says message retracted. Jared Thomas with a $5 donation. Yes! Nitro Nick Wright said Hurts will lose A.J. Brown because of his throwing limitations, and that star wide receivers like A.J. Brown would prefer playing with Josh Allen. Let me tell you why he's stupid. Let me, Jared Thomas, I'm going to say this directly to you. Let me explain to you why he's stupid in that front, right? Because we've already seen games where a team forces them to throw and Hurts uncorks bombs all over the field to both of his receivers and that star tight end he got. Do you know why Nick Wright says that? Because he knows that, just like in the playoffs, when they've tried to force the team to throw the ball and Jalen Hurts has cooked them with his arm, he wants to limit and take away his weapons because he believes that the Kansas City Chiefs can make it to the Super Bowl again, and he don't want to see a fully healthy, fully stacked Philadelphia Eagles squad because he knows his team will probably get blown out again. That's why it's like, let me take away. If I keep saying this, maybe they'll lose one of them, and maybe then we could, bracket him and stop him, and then it'll be harder to throw for him. Yeah. We just watched this man dismantle the Kansas City Chiefs defense with his arm and then lead his team in rushing because they thoroughly shut down Saquon. Saquon had like 20 or 30 yards in that game on like 18 attempts. Charlene over there giving out bread. Oh, yeah. Shout outs to, I saw what you said, Kingley. I want to bring it up too. Prayers do go out to the UPS. I saw what happened at that airport. It's so sad. People lost their lives. Prayers go out. A lot of prayers have been going out. Jamaica, the UPS situation. A lot of prayers have been going out because people have been going through just problems. So y'all keep prayers up for them people, please. Please, never forget. It's God first on this channel. You already know that. Hey, I don't play those games. You're saying no one wanted Pro Bowl guard Falele in the deadline? Nobody. Tila Jared said, you're going to see my comment, darn it. I love Jared, though. Jared part of the fam. Jared definitely part of the fam. Oh, my God. See, couldn't give that man away for a fee. Facts. Nobody wants him. C. Burdell with a $5 donation. Another $5 donation for you. Thank you so much, C. Burdell. You said, yes, misspelling Lamar, knowing this team can't win without him. It's been proven. We were averaging under a touchdown a game. They can't put any quarterback, but they have to put a quarterback back there that can run for his life. And not just run for his life, after running for his life, can still make plays after running for his life. It's not even close. Y'all wildin'. Barthanga with a $5 donation. Yes! Is Tez hurt? If not, I wonder why we won't play him. I'll tell you exactly why we won't play Tez. You don't remember what I told y'all yesterday? You don't remember that? Do you need me to remind you what I said yesterday? Huh? You want me to remind you? I specifically said yesterday that the team plays their guys. I specifically said that D-Hop and Tez Walker has thoroughly outplayed Rashad Bateman. And it has not relatively been close. Is that not what I said, Barthangalang? So I want you to understand that. Sitting Tez gives their guy more opportunities that Tez was stealing from him. That's what that does. I'm telling y'all that's what it is. You don't sit a receiver that's doing what he's doing. That was doing what he was doing. Tez has already outplayed Bateman, and so has D-Hop. D-Hop right now should be the fourth receiver on this team. The three best receivers on this team, I'm going to be real with you, has been D-Hop, then Zay, then Tez. Those have been the three in that order, have been the best receivers on this team. In that order. Even though Zay has by far more yards than all of them, it's because also he's been targeted way more by everybody more than them. But the best receiver so far this year has been DeAndre Hopkins on this team. Second has been Zay. Third has been Tez Walker. Then you can go to Bateman. It's nasty work. So when we going to talk about John Harbaugh's career, they're going to try to say nice things about him. And one thing they're going to forget bringing up Lamar Jackson is up. That's, once again, this is what they do. This is what they do. This is the game. Because I told y'all before, the media controls the narrative. in how you're perceived in historical documents and remembrance. I've said this already. That's why I have a problem with the media, because we already know that how they're going to do Lamar, and he's not even going to get the credit or the adulation that he's earned or deserves. It's going to go to the GM, who they say is a top 2 GM, and a coach who they say is a top 3 coach in the league. It's ridiculous. We saw at times that Tylan Wallace last year was outplaying Bateman. Yeah, Diop gets treated like eye of horse, yes. The man gets treated like Nelson Aguilar while he's playing the best wide receiver on the team. Same thing with Isaiah Likely. Isaiah Likely is the best tight end on our team. Go look at Bateman's snaps all year long compared to everybody else. Bateman is in on a crap load of snaps. Bro get one or 2 targets a game. That's cool. It's Nelly, not Diop. Facts. Nacho got to start his lives answering 3 questions from Jared. Then he can start the show. Oh, my bad. I didn't see you, Jared. My bad. Because I already told you it's moving really fast. My bad, Jay. Listen, Jay's part of the family, so you already know it's cool. I don't mind going and answering questions. You already know that. I've already answered like 2 or 3 of them. But I got you. Let me see. It all says retracted. Jared Thomas, you got another answer, a question, put it down at the bottom. I'll look for it. And he's open. Facts, Likely, Diop, and Keaton are not being used correctly. Harbs is the problem. God favorite, yeah. Listen, I don't mind someone that's persistent. He's persistent. He's not even the biggest Lamar guy. He's a Josh Allen guy, and he shows our guy nothing but respect. Gotta love it, bro. He part of the fam. He part of the fam. Real talk. That's respect. But yeah, we have multiple guys on this team. Think about it. We could have used Ben Cleveland. Have we used him? Emory Jones now is available. Are we using him? Keaton Mitchell, are we using him? D-Hop, are we using him? Tez Walker, are we using him? Isaiah Likely, are we using him? We didn't use Jair Alexander. See what I'm trying to say? Bruh, it's mad players like that. Nitro, why does Nick Rowell all of a sudden want Josh Allen to have more help? You know why. You know why. You know why, bro. He don't, bro, that guy, listen, let me say something right now, bro. Nick Wright is out of his mind, bro. He only comments on people that he believes are a threat to his team. He's all super nice. So, I told you before. You notice when before he played Jalen Hurts and before the Eagles beat him, Jalen Hurts is fine. I don't know why people are going. As soon as they blew him out, Jalen Hurts can't throw. He can't see. He can't walk. How is he even a quarterback? There you go. That should give you all the proof you need. C King, King of the Sea, $2 donation. Yes! I'm going to be Human Torch heated if Jair makes plays now. C King, me and you are on the same wavelength because I've already said this. I brought this up. I said, what are Raven fans going to say? What are Raven fans going to do if Jair Alexander goes over to the Eagles and helps them win another title? Shuts down some of the best wide receivers in the league, ends up with 3-4 interceptions and stuff like that, crap load of pass breakups. What are y'all going to say? Is there going to be, or are y'all going to be like, dang, maybe he didn't fit our scheme? Like, bro, I'm telling you, man, Chuck, they're going to be making, bro, he better not. Listen, I wish the best for everybody. But part of me because I know I'm going to be pissed if he goes out there and does very, very well. I be saying, what up, bro? Of course you're not in my doghouse, bro. Come on now. Don't ever say that. I be saying, you already know we cool. Stop that. I told y'all it's hard to read everything because I'm having to go back because the chat is going crazy right now. I love the chat going crazy, by the way. But it's hard for me to read because it's not going slow. It's just going. And on my end, it's jumping. is just jumping. Eagles stomped the Chiefs last year and this year. Laugh out loud, Nick, always wrong. Facts. He thought they were going to beat him and then they got beat again. Now he got Jair. He's mad. Listen, Howie Roseman has built a team of absolute competitive geniuses and athletes. So now all the other teams have to hope and pray that somebody gets injured, even though I'll never do that, or they somehow mess up the team and hope ego destroys the team because nothing else will. That's right. You don't troll me, bro. No trolling. Please, no trolling. CK with another $2 donation. Yes. Lamar going to be livid if Jair balls out over there. That's another thing. This is why I said I bring everything full circle. Remember when Pagano put out a tweet specifically aimed at Jair and his professionalism and some of the stuff that was happening behind the scenes, and now he handled it like a pro. So to think that Jair and Lamar wasn't talking is crazy. They were already talking, and Jair was already telling me, like, bro, they won't play me. They keep saying la la la. So if he goes out there and balls, that's another reason why Lamar's probably gonna try to stick it to them, and I wouldn't mind at all. Don't worry, I am Horace. I'm not a pastor, but I will bring you the word. Kane will probably go to the practice squad, maybe. We'll see. We will see. I don't think the Bills can be at the Chiefs if they beat the Chiefs if they play again. Me too. They always lose to them in the playoffs. Jared Thomas, Nitro, just last year, Nick Wright was mocking Josh for getting Amari Cooper. Now he wants A.J. Brown on the Bills. Bro, he wants A.J. Brown on the Chiefs. That's what he really wants. That's what he really wants. Everything he wants is for a reason why, is so that his team can win. Nothing more, nothing less. 77 and 72 are safer than a baby kangaroo. Yo. Bro, listen, I'm telling you, man. Up all in the pouch. Pause. Big pause. I don't think he's gone, but I know that but he got to be frustrated. Because imagine your career being put in jeopardy simply because of ignorance, arrogance, and stupidity. That would piss me off. And at the end of the day, Lamar's a human. He's a man. Certain things are going to piss him off. I brought that up earlier. There are picks from the draft that are hardball picks. That he picks just because they go to one of the schools that he likes. Oh my God, it's nasty work out here, man. Nasty work. Making sure nobody sent a Cash App because Cash App is so delayed. I don't believe so, but we will see. If he leaves, oh my God, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. I said pause, Money Mike. I said pause. I said he's all, I said with the guys all up in the pouch. Pause. A.J. Brown won't go to the Chiefs because the Eagles are more loyal than Ravens players. Not only that, A.J. Brown, I think if he gets a second title, he'll go to another team. If the Eagles win again, then he'll go to another team because then he would have achieved everything that he needs to achieve. He would have had the big season. Now he just wants more of the numbers, right? He got 2 titles, so that's all he's playing for at that point. Just give me the numbers. If he ends up with two titles as a wide receiver, he got a ring for each middle finger. Yeah, he's fine. Now he can go get his hey, what's good, Tack? Now he can go get his his numbers and go get more money. Real talk. A.J. Brown is still a top 5 receiver in this league. It's just his team runs the ball a lot. But if you stop the run, if you put everything to stop the run, then they're going to kill you from the outside with their 2 receivers. It's just factual. Real talk. Of course, they've been disrespectful. They've been downright ridiculous. For real, Lamar got to go if he wants a chip. I think Lamar gets one as a Raven. I really do. I think he gets at least one. And I'm not going to lie to you. This is why I brought this up before. I be saying, shout out to you. I said this. I said, I believe that Lamar gets one and then might say, you know what? I kept my promise. They're going to get a Super Bowl out of me. I kept my promise. The number 8, I will never wear another 8 anywhere else. I'm changing to the number 1, just like I said I want, and I want to go to another team. Probably to Miami. Miami right now with the Tua situation going on, you're going to try to tell me that wouldn't be a good situation for Lamar? Think about it. Miami would unload Tua so quick for Lamar. They might even give the Ravens Tua just to say, here, so at least you have a quarterback that can do some things. We'll take Lamar. We'll give you the 2 first or the 3 first, whatever else it is. We got Lamar. You got your title out of him. Everything else, part ways, shake hands, move on. If the Baltimore Ravens won the title this year, I can see that happening. It would hurt Raven fans, but at the same time, you could not disrespect it. Because at the end of the day, that's a man that would have held his promise, got us the Super Bowl, and said, okay, and I'm retiring the number 8 as a Raven. That would be the G'est thing he would ever have done, that could ever do. Real talk. What's up, my guy, with a $5 donation? What's up, my guy? Sammy Watkins, Des Bryant, Miles Boykin, Seth Roberts, Deshaun Jackson, Willie Snead. Like, what is this wide receiver group? EDC failed. Lamar will go. Listen, you're not lying. I don't think he goes yet. But I do sometimes wonder how much does everybody expect that man to take? Real talk. I sit down there and I wonder sometimes. Shout out to you for supporting the channel, bro. Best Nation donation. Telling y'all, man, Lamar ain't going nowhere because he ain't winning the Super Bowl no time soon. See, that's where the Super Bowl is funny, right? Right now, there's a crap load of Bills players that are hurt. This is why, hold up, Flex Zone, this is exactly why I told you why I didn't want to punt the season. Because let's be real. The Bills right now are not 100%, and they're not going to be 100% for the rest of the year. And their players are dropping like flies, right? On top, hey, Chris M. member, hey, let's go, private. Yes. 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 For 2 months. Thank you so much, Miss Chris. Thank you so much. God bless. When Lamar leaves, we definitely deserve it. We've done a lot of nothing when it comes to helping him, but have asked the world of him. Facts. Definite facts. You're not lying. Shout out to you. Become another 2 months of being a member. Thank you so much. God bless. Best Nation donation. And welcome to another couple months of being a Wondercat. Ho! Let's go. But that's what I was trying to tell people. Like, Bills are busted up right now. The Chiefs aren't looking like the Chiefs. We have one less loss than the Chiefs right now. Y'all know that, right? Hey, y'all know that, right? We only have one more loss. The Chiefs might not make the playoffs. So you're telling me right now, if the Chiefs don't make the playoffs, the Bills are heavily injured, the best other team might be either the Chargers or the Patriots. You're going to try to tell me you wouldn't want to try to go there and might not think that we can get it this year? Come on now, bro. I don't care how we get it as long as we get it. Oh, people were hurt. People weren't 100%. You know how many years Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen got to the AFC Championship game and stuff like that when people were hurt? I don't want to hear it. Joe Burrow got there when Lamar was hurt. It doesn't matter to me. Doesn't matter to me. There is so much stuff that's been going on in the NFL that people have not been taking look at. The Colts right now are looking like they're fraudulent, right? And they might be the best. They might have the best record and all is said and done in the AFC. So that's what I'm trying to tell everybody. Like, we got to get what we get now. Because if we do, we might be able to win if we make the playoffs. Bro, we're not the only bad O-line. And on top of it, we're not the only team. Like, I said this before. We got healthy. Overall, we got healthy. Other teams are starting to get injured now. If we make the playoffs this year, anything can happen. The only problem I have is the NFC. Because you're going to have to either worry about Philly or Detroit. Both of those teams could do us in. Both. So, yeah, I'm not worried about Green Bay. Green Bay done losing to the Panthers. Shout out to Brodney. Anything can happen, bro. And that's the thing, Flex. What would you say if we won the title this year? Like, think about it. You're saying it won't happen, but there's a lot of stuff that you said couldn't happen this year. What if this was the year, out of all the years that we've seen, this is the year that somehow we won the title? Think about it. It could happen. Hey, Dre Dog with a $5 donation. Yes. We also have to put some of this on Lamar. His humbleness has worked against him. Remember, he said Daniel Falele was good. His wide receivers were/are good. Dre Dog, I will agree with you on a small point of that, but I'm gonna give you a little pushback on this reason. He can't say anything bad. Name a quarterback that's allowed to throw his teammates under. We want him to. As fans, we want him to, Dre Dog. You feel me? We want him to be like, yo, this man sucks, right? But at the end of the day, he can't. He can't do that. The closest thing we've seen about players throwing other players under the bus are the Bengals. And you saw the dumpster fire that that's turning into overnight because the offense threw the defense under the bus. We wanted to do that. Aaron Rodgers didn't throw none of his teammates under the bus. Tom Brady never threw none of his teammates under the bus. Tom Brady specifically wouldn't throw his team. He would throw them and maybe at practice that we weren't there for and stuff like that behind the scenes. But throwing them, like, we don't know what Lamar is saying in the background. We don't know. We don't know if Lamar's like, bro, this offensive line got to get better. Like, what are we doing? We don't know what he's saying in the background. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, hold up. When did Tom Brady throw his teammates under the bus? While on the team with them. Please, point it out, please. Aaron has been said that he got the coach fired, all that stuff, and later that stuff came out, but that wasn't true and everything else. So I'm trying to wonder when. Can you point out the specific time when they did that, please? So I'll look into it. We don't know what he's saying behind the scenes. Lamar could probably be telling them, bro, this is ridiculous. But what else more is he supposed to say? Yo, he go up to the track, yo, we would be winning if the O-line was good. Like, they trash, bruh. Like, we would love for him to say that. But can you imagine what would happen if he said that? Jesus. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Like, yes, Jets did trade Sauce Gardner to the Colts for 2 firsts. That doesn't work there. I keep trying to tell people, throwing your teammates under the bus is not, bro, it's never worked. In the history of the NFL, they've never been able to do it. Real talk. I'm just being real. Now, I get why some people would want him to do that. And mind you, Ravens flock would love for him to do that. But it's not going to do anything but outside of get him probably faster out of the door. The Ravens would part with Lamar before they part with John Harbaugh on EDC. I'm not asking you guys. I'm telling you guys that. Please, for once, believe me. I swear to you. They would part with Lamar before they would part with Harbaugh and EDC. I'm telling you guys that. God be what you, Lamar. You don't deserve this hate. Just continue to be great. Jared Tom Nitro, did you see the Chiefs-Bills game where both Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen flopped? Yeah, they were flopping bad, bro. They were flopping bad. I'm not going to lie. They were flopping bad. I wish we got just half the calls those two teams did, because our team would be a lot different if we got some of those calls. Being real with you. Being real. But guys, Seaberdale with a $2 donation. Yes! If Lamar dissed the O-line, you know Marlo will spill. Marlo will get kicked off the team. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I have a feeling that they knew they were allowed to talk about Lamar and probably asked him if they're allowed to talk about it and say it was him. Because, bro, I'm telling y'all this, bro. They will part with Marlo if he pisses off Lamar too much. That will happen. But it ain't happening with John Harbaugh and EDC. Real talk. And that's just facts. But guys, that's the episode of the Wonder Kid Morning Show. Thank you for watching. And now we get down, we have fun and we laugh. But everything we talk about rooted in what? Facts and truth. Guys, you already know we got a little bit of trivia. Or not so much trivia this time, but a little bit of a question. And the question, I think, is a good question. Because a little bit I think it's different. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, people, I want you guys to really take it seriously, though, because I want to see what you guys think about it in the comment section, right? I really do. But here it goes right here. If you had a choice to go back in time and fix all of your mistakes, right? Or right now, you can get $10 million. Red door, there's $10 million in cash. That's yours. It's after tax. Or the blue door, you go back and fix all of your mistakes. Which door are you picking? I gotta know this. Yeah. Sheila said chocolate is the answer, doesn't matter the question. Oh my God, there's a lot more, bro. That's crazy. All right, so guys, here's the thing. I'm seeing a lot of blue. If it's me, listen, I'm going to be real with you. I thought about blue the hardest, but I landed on red. Here's the reason why. It says you can go back in time and fix all of your mistakes. But the thing is, some of the mistakes are needed for you to be you, right? That's such a weird conundrum, right? Think about this real quick. Some people's kids wouldn't even been here if they can go back and fix certain mistakes, right? Because they wouldn't even be with that person. You know what I'm saying? So that it would just change too much stuff to me. And I don't know where it would because you could go back there and think that you're fixing everything and then all of it end up falling on your head worse. I would rather just take the $10 million now because I like the person that I've become. I like the person that I am. I like the predicament that I am. And with $10 million, I can make sure that I'm good. My daughter's good. My mom and pops is good. Sister and brother's good. Even the church, because you got to pay your tithes. Right? They get their tithes. We all good. And I could keep going on this thing called life. But blue to me is the tempting door. But I'm not picking blue because if you could try to fix everything and then it falls on your head. So, okay, I'll give you a perfect example. Let's just say for the sake of argument, for me, if I would have went back in time, I would have invested. Because remember, I told you, I was in a lot of these businesses and stuff before they blew up. I was one of the first people to be with Amazon, one of the first people to be with Netflix, Roku and certain stuff like that. Right? Or even Bitcoin. I was offered Bitcoin. I actually had Bitcoin. I had about $25 on Bitcoin, but I couldn't find the numbers for my Bitcoin wallet. That was lost to me because the box that it was on had dissipated, right? Let's say I did that. Let's say the government is actually behind the controlling of Bitcoin, right? And some of the people that have had Bitcoin, the first people, they were killing them off. So you done fixed all your mistakes. You're like, yo, I done bought all this Bitcoin. I got $1,000 of Bitcoin. That $1,000 now is like 500 million. Before you can even do it or get it, they just sniper you out of the window, right in your head, right? Now you're gone. Now you gone, but you thought you fixed all your mistakes. You feel me? How weird things are, because mind you, you don't know. You go back and fix a mistake, that might put you in, like, let's say, a couple seconds behind of you getting hit by a car or getting in an accident that paralyzes you later on in your life. Think about it. How many times have you said, yo, I was 2 minutes away from that accident, dang, right? I was running a little late this morning and an accident happened right in front of you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going back in the past for nothing, because it could end up ruining your life beyond repair. Just give me the 10 million, I'm good. That's my point. That's my point. They'll snipe you when you get that 10 million cash. Nah, 10 million ain't nothing to them. If, like, mind you, I told you I can't find, I'm not lying to you guys, because I used to do music. That's what some of the songs stuff came. I used to do music. And when we were doing PayPal was giving you back money if you wanted to in Bitcoin. So I paid money for an instrumental, and they gave me back like 24, 23 bucks in pure Bitcoin. Back when Bitcoin was like $1 for each Bitcoin. You go do the math right now and calculate what 23 Bitcoin is worth right now. Matter of fact, let's do that right now. One Bitcoin is worth $103,667,000. $600. My bad, I said that wrong. $103,667. Yeah, $600. Okay, perfect. So the nitrous or the butterfly effect, he not playing. Facts. I got a little girl I got to worry about, bro. I can't put, $2 on it from Dre, dog. Yes. Nitrous or the butterfly effect, and he not playing. You darn right. I'm not playing, bro. Because I'm not going to have, listen, I'm a father, listen. Christian or not, but I'm a father first, bro. I can't have anything happen to my little girl. So I can actually mess things up and bad things happen if I'm trying to change the past. Can't happen, bro. Can't have nothing happen to that little girl. Nothing. So, yeah, I can't play those games. Now, mind you, if you think about it, $1,000 in Bitcoin, right, like, bro, it's crazy. But what wouldn't cost you in Bitcoin now, you would be set for millennia. But once again, you don't know how that would affect your life. You don't know if that would have came out. People would have targeted you for the money, killed you, killed your family. You saw what happened to Jennifer Hudson's family for that, because once again, 10 million, 20 million, you can get away with it. You can move away. Nobody knows you. But you start getting up into those big stuff and the news gets wind of it, it's over, bro. Real talk. Jared Thomas with a $2 donation. Yes. Josh and Pat winked at refs after the flops. Jared Thomas, shout out to you for the donation. Yes, I saw that they did. I did see them do that. People out here wilding, bro, wilding. You think you would be up billions, but if you even put $1,000 in Bitcoin back then, you would be worth crazy amount of money right now. Crazy. 103. Matter of fact, we can do the math right now. 103,000. Oh, my bad. Yeah. Times 1,000. Why does this thing do that for? 103 times equals $103,667,000. That's what that would equal, just to let you guys know. So $100 million, bruh, hey. I would still do this channel, but I'm being real, bro, not commenting on the Jay Hudson deal. Bro, what happened to Jennifer Hudson was sad, bro. And she wasn't even rich. Like, rich. She was worth like $2-3 million. And they were killing off her family for the money, bro. It's crazy. I put my little girl on my show, start them young. There's some weirdos online, so I wouldn't, like, that's part of the reason why y'all haven't seen my little girl. That's part of the reason why. When she gets a little older, I will. But, yeah, just because people are kind of weird. You know what I'm saying? And I told you, I don't play when it comes to my little girl. You'll get a whole different nitro if it comes to my daughter. I swear to God. Yo, you'll get a whole other nitro. People be like, yeah, I don't play. When it comes to that little girl, I'm not for the play. If it was a different world, I would have had her on here, showed you guys, and so, you know, sharing, because she has a big smile. You know, that's my baby. But it's a weird world we live in, bro. Weird. And I'm not trying to, you know what I'm saying? I want her to be as kid as long as possible. I want her to be as innocent as possible. Real talk. But guys, that's the episode of The Wunderkind Show. Please remember to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave a comment, you know what I'm saying? Become a member, support the channel. We're almost up to 1,000 subscriptions on this channel. Come on, guys, we have a little more push. So if you have not already subscribed and you're here every day, please remember to like and subscribe and like the stream also, okay, guys? But have a blessed day. God bless all of you. Be safe. I'll catch y'all tomorrow, same time, same place. Well, maybe a little later, because tomorrow, you know, I got to get the meat for the church from Publix. I got to get the donations. And also, I think we're getting a delivery. So it might be a little later show tomorrow, probably like around 11-ish. But I will have a show. See you out there tomorrow. And we're going to have fun, okay, guys? But have a great day. God bless. And I'm out this piece. Peace. And I'm out of here. Yeah.